Okay, so good evening, everyone. I think we can start soon. So I've added some questions in Moodle actually. After today's session, you can practice these programs based on regular expressions. I'll be adding some more questions, but time being, I've added few questions based on regular expression. Find the occurrence and position of substring within a given string. Okay. Find all 3, 4, and 5 character words in the string. Means, for example, if you take this as a string, how many words you have which are having 3, 4, and 5 exactly. Okay. So if you say there is none of the words which are having exactly 3, 4, or 5. If I mention 2, then the output will be this one. If I mention, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I mention 8, then it will return only this part. Okay. So you need to enter a string, then the substring you need to enter, then find out which are the strings that are matching the given condition. Then write a Python program to remove everything except alphanumeric characters from the string. Right? All these questions are based on regular expressions. Okay. Everything else except alphanumeric means if your input contains any special characters like opening bracket, closing bracket, plus, minus, dollar, at, everything should be removed and only that particular alphanumeric. That means only numbers and alphabet should be displayed. So I'm showing you the examples also. Suppose here it is there, dot is there, 2 dots are there. You should remove that and print the remaining strings. Then the fourth question, write a Python program to split the string into uppercase letters. Uppercase letters by uppercase letters, sorry. So what you need to do, write a Python program to split the string by uppercase letters. I'll change the name. So wherever uppercase letter is appearing in the given string, there you need to split. For example, here in this input, I and L, both of them are uppercase in the beginning. So you have to split those two words. I should be a separate word and this love should be a separate word. And again here, this entire thing should be a separate word and programming should be a separate word because wherever the uppercase letter is appearing, that we are generating as a separate list, separate value in the list. Then write a Python program to check a decimal with a precision of 2. Means what you need to check, you will enter some decimal on the screen, for example 45.45. Now for this the answer should be yes, it matches the given criteria. Correct? What is my criteria? I want to check whether there is a number after decimal with the exactly 2 positions. If you're having more than 2, so then the answer should be not a match pattern. For example, you see the input here 23.54, so it matches the given pattern. But whereas this one 23.5, here there is only one precision, so that the number does not match the pattern. So all these simple questions which will help you to understand the regular expressions thoroughly. So to solve these problems, you need to explore multiple things. So I have given a link in the Moodle actually. How many of you practiced? I don't know. So I'll just go through that for some time so that you will get to know what exactly you need to study in the regular expression. So all of you might have observed here. I've added one link. Click here to explore regular expression. It's a timeout. Okay. Okay. So this is a very good website to practice a lot of programming topics. A lot of things they have included with ease. Actually, you can learn a lot of things easily. You can understand the concepts. So especially for this concept, regular expression, I suggest you to go through the content provided in this website, w3schools.com. Okay. So every basic concept that you need to know in the regular expression is included in this website. A lot of things I can't put it in the classes because it is very difficult to cover all the modules. So certain things you can refer this kind of online references wherever you are able to understand. So in the last class I was telling you, right? So how to practice, you can easily use this online platform, right? So RE module is compulsory if you want to work with the regular expression. Import RE. Right? For example, what they're searching here, they're searching the string to see if it starts with the and ends with Spain. Correct? So you know, right? In the last class, we told you how to give the search pattern. So you need to generate the regular expression to do all this kind of works. So whether it starts with the and ends with Spain. So I told you dollar symbol means it is the exact matching with the given character. So whatever that data the sentence can contain, it can contain before Spain, it can contain anything. So star indicates that. Then dot indicates anything. Dot star ante, you can have anything before that Spain. And it has to start with the means first you have to mention the cap symbol, right? So these are the patterns you need to understand. And there are four most important functions in the regular expressions, right? Very important functions in the regular expression. So what are they? Find all, search, split, and sub. So please make note of all these things. To do a lot of for examples, if you want to practice, you should be having a clear idea about these four functions: find all, search, split, and sum. So what does this find all does? It returns a list containing all the matches. All the matches means if suppose if I want to find out a in a string where a number, for example, how many times the number 10 is appeared in the string. So I can do that with this find all function. Okay. For example, here. So what we are finding here. So re dot find all. What is the syntax for find all? Right? You have to give the pattern and the text that you want to search in. So what we are searching here, AI in the given text. This is the given text, right? Re dot find all. So whether this AI present in this given text we are searching for. So you can see how many times AI is present. Prints a list of all matches. So what it will print? Can anyone tell me what it will print? It will print the output like this. For example, you can click here, try to. So you see here, it is printing a list of values that matches the given pattern. Correct? If no matches are found, it prints an empty list. Correct? Suppose if there is nothing that matches, it will print the empty list. So how will you check whether there is a match or not? So you can return that result into another variable. Correct? So re dot find all. Suppose here Portugal is not there in this. Then you print the text, it will print empty list. So generally, we don't suggest to print empty list. Correct? But how will you understand whether there is a match or not? So what do? You take that return value. If there is a value in that list, you print there is a match, else you print there is no match. Correct? So generally, it is whenever your function is returning an empty list, better to put it in another variable and compare with the if else statement. So that you will know whether it is matched or not. Then there is a search function. Search function searches the string for a match and returns a match object if there is a match. This is a very important point. Match object means it won't return the value, it returns the matched object. Okay. For example, in this example, if I try to print X, so what is the output you are getting? See, it is not a output actually, it is an called as a match object. So how will you print this one? How will you print that? What they are searching for? Slashes means they are searching for first white space in the given string. So you please make a note, slashes, backslashes means they are searching for white space in the given string. So how will you find out, how will you print the value? And even if there is no match, what it will print? None it will print, correct? So my question is, how will you print the data? If there is a search, how will you, if the search is successful, how will you print it? What is the modification you will do here? You can post your answers in the text box. Chat box you can post. Whatever the search operation that is been done, if the search is successful, how will you print it? In this case, white space is found. So what is the return type of the search function? It returns a match object if there is a match, correct? So here they have not explained, but you need to know the all the different ways of doing the program. Dot start, okay? X dot start. So what is the output? We are getting 3 here, right? So when you match that return object with the start function, what it is doing, how many times it found this particular pattern, that many times it will fetch and store it in the X, right? Then you have to use the start function to print the pattern, number of patterns matched. Okay, so please make all this kind of syntactical rules you should know. X dot start will print all the number of times that particular pattern is matched. Okay, here space is there here 1 2 3, so that's why the output is 3. So you need to go through the content provided here to practice all the problems that I am going to post in the Moodle. Okay, then the split function returns what? The split function returns a list where the string has been split at each match, correct? So the one question where I added now, for example, I added a find and split the string wherever the uppercase letter is there. So that program you can solve by going through the split function. So you can apply split function to that. So all the problems that I am posting, you until and unless you know these functions, it is not easy to solve them. So you have to explore all the functions available in the import RE, the regular expression library, so that you will be able to understand the question and apply those concepts. Okay. So here what we are doing, instead of search, what we are doing, we are splitting. The split function will not return the object, it will return the list as it is, correct, based on the given condition. So what we are doing, we are splitting the string at every space, right? Slash s means space. So it is splitting and returning that data into X. That data we are printing on the screen, correct? And there is one more condition. What is that? You can control the number of occurrences by specifying the max split. Max split means what? Suppose if I change this, see here only they've given. What will happen if I mention the max split? So it will only split at one occurrence. For example, here, see the split has done only for one time. That means only for the first space it has been worked. So this will be a separate string and this will be a separate string. Got it? So this is the application of the max split function. So you can apply the number of times you want to split or how many occurrences you want to consider. Then there is one more important function. What is that name? Sub. The sub function replaces the matches with the text of your choice. That means whatever the character or the string that is matched with that character, you are replacing with the another string which is specified by you. Correct? For example, here sub, it also accepts three parameters. One is the pattern, what you want to do, which where you want to split or what you want to search. Then if that character is available, that should be replaced with the alternative one. So here space is replaced with 9 in the given string text, correct? So wherever space is there, that will be replaced by 9. Again, here also you can control the number of replacements by specifying the count. Same thing like how we saw in the split. How many times you want to replace, whether you want to replace all spaces with 9 or only few spaces with 9, that you can refer, that you can give the condition. So here 2 means only first 2 spaces will be replaced by 9, remaining will stay as it is. So you can say only these two, this is not altered, only the first 2 spaces are replaced with 9. So what is match object? The match object is an object containing information about the search and the result. Okay, so it is not a value, actually it is an object. So you know that object, right? The entire Python concepts works with the class and object. So match object is something that is accessing the given function, whether it is split or a search, then returning that particular reference of that class. So it is not a value, actually it is a object. So why we saw, right? So how the object will appear. Sometimes if you get the output like this, so don't think that it is an error or it is an value. It isn't called as object, right? So SRE dot match object span, we have given the condition, and match, correct? What is a match? AI is the match. Span means from which position to which position the data has been appeared. So why it is showing 5 7 here? Because you see the AI is appeared in the starting from 0 1 2 3 4 5, from 5th position 6th. So the span or the range of that particular AI is starting from 5 and ending at 7, because at 7 some other characters is coming. So it is not 6, actually it is 7. So don't get confused here. 5 and 7 means starting at 5 and ending at 6, but the function is returning 7 because 7 at position 7 it is starting with another character. So again, the match object has some more inbuilt properties. So this regular expression has a lot of inbuilt functions. Okay, so every day you have to explore 1 or 2 functions, otherwise you can't solve many problems. So my suggestion is, I have given you the link now. Please go through all the functions every day, at least half an hour. You study these functions and remember what is the objective of those functions. The match object is what? It has certain properties: span, string, and group. Returns a tuple containing the start and end positions of the match. So just now we saw. Then string returns string passed to the function. Then group function returns part of the string where there was a match, right? So you can see this. For example, span is doing what? Print x dot span. It is giving me the start and end position of that particular string. Okay. So what it is doing, search for an uppercase S character in the beginning of the word. So they're telling only in the beginning of the word, correct? So in the last class, we saw B, small b indicates beginning of the word, slash B, immediately the string should start with yes in the entire word, in the entire word. So how will you mention entire word? Slash W. What is plus indicates? Can anyone tell me why plus they have used here? Plus indicates what? Anytime after that particular word yes, any character can appear, right? It can be concatenated with any character. So there is no fixed rule that after yes it has to stop, right? You have to understand the question. After yes, the string can contain any character. So that's why plus indicates that. What will happen if I mention W? Suppose we will say this plus should be replaced with the W. Oh, sorry, dollar. Object has no attribute span, or you just print speak X value. Right. So this problem, how will you solve? Can anyone tell me? So what I'm telling you, search for an uppercase S character in the beginning of the word. Suppose if I write here, yes, what will happen? So dollar indicates what I told you, no? Exactly, it should match. If I remove dollar, so what is the output I'm getting? So span output I'm getting, correct? So it is displaying 0 and 2. Why 0 and 2? Because the S is appearing starting from the 0th position, right? It is appearing starting from the 0th position. So that data it is appearing. So it is searching for the word beginning with the word yes. So 0, 1, 2. So up 0, 1, 2, 3, correct? So after third, there is another word starting, but that doesn't match the given criteria. So we are searching for the word starting with yes. So plus, if I put plus, so now it is giving me 4 because I'm telling any number of characters can appear after that word, correct? So it is taking until space 0, 1, 2, 3. So at space, the word is ending, right? So it will only give the span range from 0 to 4, correct? So these things you should know. So why it is giving me 0 here output? Because the word is beginning initially at the place 0th position from yes. Suppose I'll change here to here. So now in this case, what is the string I updated? The S rain I updated. So what is the output I'm getting here? 4. Why I'm getting 4? Because the word which is beginning from yes is appearing at which position? 4th position. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is printing that particular index of the word. So these things you have to do trial and error and understand the language concepts. Okay. Modify the given regular expression. See what is happening. Correct. So here also there is no issue. After W, the string the W indicates any word after the yes, right? But we are searching for the given word. So in this case, what is group doing? It only prints the part of the string where the search is successful. For example, it won't print entire thing. I want to print where the string start with this, only that data I want to print. So that is done by group function. Okay. So group function will return you the only part of the string where the search operation is successful. What does span will do? The span is giving me what? The range of the starting and ending index, right? Starting at 12 and 7. So span will give me that data. Similarly, what is that? One more string. Suppose basically this is nothing but inbuilt one it is. String means whatever the search operation is successful, it will be written in the form of the string data. By default, it will return in the string data. Okay. So these are some of the important four functions in the regular expression. So practice more problems based on these four functions, right? So find all, search, split, and sub. These things are very important actually. Meta characters. What are meta characters? Meta characters have a special meaning, right? So suppose here open bracket means what? Set of characters that you are looking for in a search. For example, here see that one A to M. So what is this A to M indicates? It indicates that all the characters that range from A to M that it should return, correct? That is the set of characters you can mention using brackets. Then what is this backslash? Backslash we used in the last class also. It signals a special sequence, right? Special sequence. So what is special sequence? Suppose here slash D means what? D means all the string. If the string contains all the digits, any digits, it has to return the true condition. So that should be, for that you should use the backslash. Dot and int. So what is dot? Dot means any character except new line. So it looks for all the things, any character except the new line. So here example is there. So can anyone tell me what is this he dot dot o? So the string has to start with he. In between, you can include anything, right? In between, you can include anything, but it has to end with 0. Anything means here at the place of dot, you can have any number, any digit, any special character, but starting he has to match, ending o has to match. Then the operation will be successful. Correct? That is called as dot operator. Starts with means cap symbol. If the string is starting with hello here, then the search will be successful. Similarly, dollar means the string has to end with that particular string. Suppose here planet they have given, after that dollar is there. What does it indicate? The given string has to end with the planet only. If it ends with any other character, any other string, so output will be unsuccessful. For example, so for here I'll write great. So why there is no match here? Why I'm getting no match? Because the given string, what is my given string? Hello planet grid. String is ending with great. So obviously dollar is telling that there is no match. Then see what does find all does? Find all is looking for all the patterns in the given string, right? If there is a successful match, re dot find all. So rules you need to know to use all these functions is without re, you can't use these functions. Re regular expression dot this function name is mandatory. Okay. So a lot of such characters are there. You need to know and practice them. 0 or more occurrences. So what do you mean by 0 or more occurrences? This is a little bit confusing. You need to know. Search for a sequence that starts with he followed by 0 or more characters and an o, right? That is star. Okay. Star a means what? Right. So that means you can have any number of characters before a, right? Star followed by 0 or more characters and an o. Okay. Along with those characters, it should have a o. So for example, here I will remove this hello. I'll add something else. I'll add a capital F. So it is giving me empty return, right? It is giving me the empty value. Why it is giving me the empty value? Because initially it is matching, he it is matching, but after that, any number of characters I told you, but it is not ending with O. So obviously it is a search operation will be unsuccessful here. Got it? Suppose I'll change this to anything like this. Then I'll write O. So now it is printing me that data as it is. Why? Because now the search operation is successful, starting with he and ending with O. that is called as star. Star means before that particular character, you can have any character, right? Then plus means what? One or more occurrence. We already saw this. Plus means one or more occurrences of that particular. Search for a sequence that starts with HE, followed by one or more characters and a no, right? So how many times? See, there is a difference between star and no. Suppose if I write here GT, E, or it's something like this. For example, observe carefully. See, at least one occurrence that is indicated by plus, right? One or more. You can have at least one and more, right? Then question mark indicates what? Zero or one occurrence. Okay. So star indicates zero or more, right? There is only slight difference between all these three. Zero or more. Star indicates zero or more occurrences, whereas plus indicates one or more occurrence. At least one should be there. Suppose in the case of star, if there is no occurrence, also no problem. If there is only HE and O is also there, no problems. It will still give you the output. But here in the plus, at least one should be there, and in the question mark also zero or more occurrence. So what we are doing here, search for a sequence that start with HE followed by zero or one character and an O, right? Zero or one character. So you see why we are getting zero match here. This time we got no match because there were not zero, not one, but two characters between HE and O, right? Understood? There were two characters between HE and O. What is the condition? There should be exactly zero or one. But here we are having more than one character. So that's why it is returning null, empty. Got it? So these things you have to practice. Then only you'll get a clarity in what symbol is doing what operation. Okay. Then there is a bracket, exactly the specified number of occurrences. This we saw in the last class also. So bracket indicates what? That followed by exactly two occurrences. Suppose if I mention here more than two occurrences of L, so I'm getting empty list here. Why? Because in between hello after HE dot, I mentioned as two, right? So here more than two L's are there and it is ending with zero. So exactly two occurrences can be there before O, right? Suppose if we delete everything and it is just HEO, still it is a wrong output because at least one should be there. At least two should be there. Minimum two should be there. Okay. Now I'll mention. So what does this mean now? I change that regular expression to 2 comma 4. What does it indicate? Suppose if I mention triple L, will it be correct output? So why it is giving me the correct output? So this indicates the range. So either minimum 2 should be there in between the range, right? 2, 3 or 4, right? So it can be having 2 values also, 3 values also, 4 also. But anything greater than 4 again is not allowed. Suppose if I enter 5 else, again we will get an empty list. So we are getting an empty list here. Got it? Then either means the straight line or operator, any one condition should be true. Okay. So what we are checking here, check if the string contains either false or stays, right? Any one of the string should be there in the given string. So what we are searching for, either false or stays. You can mention with the straight line. So if any one of the string is matched, it will return the true case. Then capture and group, right? This also you can explore. Capture and group means it will first find all the search things and then group them into a separate string, right? That is called as capture and group. This you people explore. What is this opening bracket and closing bracket indicates. Capture and group it is. Okay. Similarly, there are special sequences. All the special sequences, you should start with the backslash only. All the special sequences, you have to begin with the backslash, followed by one of the characters in the list below. So these are fixed sequences. Based on the requirement, you can use these sequences as it is. So slash a means what? Return a match if the specified characters are at the beginning of the string. If you are checking the specified characters are at the beginning of the string, then you are using slash a. For example, here, I want to check whether the comes in the beginning of the string. For example, I'll delete this. I'll include here. So there is no match because A means what? It has to come in the beginning. This entire string has to come in the beginning. Similarly, slash B returns a match where the specified characters are at the beginning or at the end of the word, right? So here you can have the string either in the beginning or in the end. So R in the double quotes slash B AIN or R double quotes AIN slash B. So you want to mention whether it is the beginning or end, you can use it for both the purposes. Then slash B returns a match where the specified characters are present, but not at the beginning or at the end of the word. So this is reverse of the small b. Here it will check for the given string either in the between somewhere, but not at the beginning or end of the given string. Then slash d is for what? Digits. Return the string where the string contains digit. Capital D means returns a match where string does not contain digits. Slash s is what? Returns a match where string contains white space. We already saw this. Capital S where string does not contain white space. So there is a small difference between all these strings names we are using. W means what? Returns a match where the string contains any word characters. Any word means printable words. So no special characters are allowed. Only alphabets, numerical and underscore character. Only one special character is allowed. Then capital Z is what? Returns a match if the specified characters are at the end of the string. Okay. So that means this particular characters appear in the end of the string. Only exactly at the end of the string. Okay. Suppose I'll remove this. So this has to match exactly. So again, see there are a lot of concepts in the regular expression. A set is there. Set is a set of character inside the space pair of square brackets with special meaning, right? So we just know so return a match where one of the specified character is present. So if you're looking for any one of the specified character, then you can put it in that particular square bracket, either A or N. Then if you put hyphen, what does it mean? Any character, any lowercase character in the order from A to N. Then cap means what? If there is any character except ARN. So if you have to mention everything in the brackets, any characters except ARN, if there is a match, it will print the answer true. Returns a match when any of the specified digits are present. So either one of 0, 1, 2, 3. Here any digit between 9. Here we are checking for two digits from 0 to 5 and 0 to 9. Similarly, alphabetical A to Z followed by either of the capital A or small a. So if you include any arithmetic operator or anything else insides, right? Apart from the digits, numbers, dot, comma operator, they don't have a special meaning, right? So So if you include plus means what does that mean? Returns a match for any plus character in the string. So if there is a plus in the given string, it will return as it is. So don't get confused here. Within the bracket, if you mention plus, minus, whatever, it will be considered as a string only. So these are some of the important regular expression concepts that all of you should know. Not much. Their scope is related to only for one thing. What is the need of all this? What is the need of RE module? RE module is mainly used for what purpose? Search operations and pattern problems. Okay. So these are the two important problems where RE module is used when you are looking for searching and when you are looking for finding certain pattern in the given data. So in those cases, RE module is only needed. Not much you need to know. Only this. If you read this one page and practice some problems, whatever I'm posting in the Moodle, then that much is enough for you to understand this concept. Okay. So go through this module, what I posted in the Moodle. And based on this problem, you will be able to solve these questions. So what are the questions I've added? Right. So if you solve those, if you read from that site, all the concepts, you will be easily able to solve these problems. Only certain modifications I've done in the while framing the question, right? Most of things are similar only, but just based on the application, what I exactly want to do in the given string. So for this one, what you will use, for example, if I ask you, write a Python program to find all 3, 4, and 5 character words. So you know there are meta characters, right? Meta characters. Then there are special symbols, special sequences. So which one will you use for this? And there is sets also, right? So what concept you will apply to solve this problem? Anyone? Yeah, you attend Gayatri. Don't worry about others. If they want to learn, they will learn. Okay, what was my question? 3, 4, 5 characters. How will you mention? So you can use a set, right? In the set, you can mention in the bracket, you can mention like this. So what does it mean? Any string that is having 3 characters or 4 characters and 5 characters. So you can apply set concept for this. Then splitting string into uppercase letter, you can use split function, right? In the split function, you can match, you can give a search pattern. What is the search pattern? To split a string into uppercase letters. So I will show you once how to execute this kind of problems. So what I'm doing here, write a Python program to split a string into uppercase letters, right? So I'm using find all function. Then this is my search pattern, string into uppercase letters. Okay. So why I've used star here? Because after splitting, any number of characters can still appear, right? So I'm not just splitting the first string. Suppose if there is a input like this is Python, then programming. Suppose I'll split this particular string. I should not stop at this point, right? Again, I have to continue looking for the other pattern which starts with a capital letter. So that is why star is used here. So star indicates what? After this, any number of pattern still appears means no problem. After T, if any characters are there means still you have to split. So we're not looking for just one character, we are looking for a substring which contains the capital letter. So either it is one also you need to split. If it is a full string also, you need to split. For example, if my input is like this, A, B, C, D, then for example, E, F, G, H. So what will be the return value? This will be one data. This is a separate data. All A, B, C, D will be considered as separate strings. Then this entire thing will be considered as a separate string. So if you ignore star, you won't able to split this entire thing as a separate string. So there is an application that you need to work on or based on where exactly these special symbols should be used. Special character should be used. Got it? Similarly, so what I'm looking for here, write a Python program to remove everything except alphanumeric characters. Alphanumeric means, so I'm using compile function here, see. So I'm looking for /w. Why I'm using /w? Because W tells me what? Anything related to alphabets, numbers, and underscore, right? So /w, anything after that. Why I'm using plus? Can anyone tell me? Everything except alphanumeric characters from a string. re.compile. So this is not necessary. Actually, you can use directly sub function. You can give this search pattern. You can use search function also. So you can replace this code with the search function also. You can use search function. Compile also does the same thing. Both the methods are doing the same thing actually. This will look for the given pattern in the string. This compile also, it will compile this pattern and store it in this one more variable. Okay. So basically we're generating the pattern and using that pattern, we are looking for that pattern in the given input, right? So this is also alternative method, compile function. So you can explore what is compile function, how exactly it is different from compile and search. You can try it out. So what was my question? Why plus is required? Yeah, this is also allowed. Yes. So optional arguments, correct? Yes, you can combine with optional arguments. So we saw in the here we saw, right? Either you can use opening bracket and closing bracket or optional argument. Where we saw the optional argument here. Exactly specified number of occurrences. So exactly 3, 4, and 5. Right? So you have to separately mention like opening bracket, flower bracket, closing flower bracket with 3, then again 4, again 5. So instead you can go with this particular set now. Returns a match where one of the specified characters is present. So if 3 is present, 4 is present, or 5 is present. So I feel this would be better. Or this also. Returns a match for any lower caste character alphabetically between A to N. So anything between 3 to 5 is what I saw, I told you. But you can approach with a different methodology also, not an issue. See, anything that works and which you are able to understand easily, that is important, because a lot of functions are there, a lot of varieties you will get in the Python. So as long as you are understanding the code and able to solve the problem, there is no problem. Yeah. So what was my question? Why this plus is there here? Nobody's telling me. So you please explore why this plus is there. So write this code and type without plus and with plus what is happening. What is the importance of this plus? You will be able to understand. So we saw in the expression. So what is that plus indicates here? One or more occurrences, right? At least one occurrence I want. Correct? I want to print everything except alphanumeric characters, right? So at least one such input should be there is what I'm trying to say. So in my input test case, so what I'm giving you is at least even your input, at least such one instance should appear. For example, in this case, it is appearing at least once. This is not alphanumeric, right? Dot is there. So that is the condition. Plus means it is looking for at least one occurrence of that particular pattern in the given string. Okay. So this one I'll give you a clue and try it out. So what you need to do, there is a one more extra function I've given the clue here, but it is not there in that website. I want you guys to explore this function. So what is the question here? Write a Python program to find occurrences and position of substrings within a given string, right? For exact position, I want to print start and end position. I've given the clue that apply find iter function to get the desired result. So there is one more function. What is the name of that? Find iter. So you need to solve this problem using the find iter function. So before solving this, you need to learn what is the find iter function. That hint I have given in the question. So go through this problem and try to solve this. So like this, I'll be adding a lot of problems related to at least some 10 problems I'll be adding related to regular expression so that you'll be able to understand the logic behind those symbols, meta characters, right? Maybe because of holiday, I think strength is very less today. Anyway, so in the coming classes, I will be covering in the last class, we saw how to create object, how to create method, right? So these things I will be discussing, very important concept. So I'll take the next session on Friday. I'm telling you in advance. Friday, today I have some work, so I'm closing soon. Friday, I will take extra half an hour and try to cover these topics and complete the OOPS concepts. So please prepare if you are getting some free time. Please go through the content, whatever I explained already, class, object, method. Then these four topics I will in detail I will cover inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Very important topics. So if people attend the next session with the revision of these previous topics, what is it? Class, object, and method. This already I taught in the last class. Just revise them and attend the next session so that you will be able to understand these topics better way. Okay. So I will close the today's session. We will meet in the Friday session. Okay. Friday we'll meet and we'll cover more topics. Meanwhile, I'll be adding questions in the Moodle related to OOPS also. Some basic problems related to object and class, object methods and class. So you can keep solving the problems. Just keep going through the content, whatever I'm adding, see if there is any new content and keep practicing in free time. Okay. See you in the next session.